2 years old,
oh,
so
right, yeah.
I was very young.
Yeah, my dad left when I was 2. I remember him holding me, picking me up off the floor. That's all I remember. And then going. And then he showed up 3 years later, and I had a half brother by this woman, and then that was strange.
Yeah,
too,
it's
you know?
weird.
Yeah.
I've got a very, very strange, not strange, I think, yeah, maybe they are strange, but now I've just got a complicated family, step-brothers and half-brothers and half-sisters. And
are they ambitious artists as well?
Everybody's very different. One of my stepbrothers is, well, he was in the army, he now works in Afghanistan. My eldest brother has got 3 lovely children, and he used to drive. I don't quite know what he does now. But my closest sibling, the guy I grew up with, Paul, my brother's a racing car driver.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's hard. Yeah. Do you drive racing cars as well?
I don't know. It frightens me.
Really?
Yeah.
I think on stage in front of like 80,000 people, that's okay.
No, that frightens me too.
Oh, right. So is being in a place sort of like vacation for you, because it's, although you're performing, obviously, it's not your material, so the onus is really not fully on you, is it? It's on the whole group of actors you're sharing the stage with.
It was brilliant. It was great for me. It came at a really good time because my little girl was 7 months old, so I was ready to go back to work. And I kind of felt invincible after having a child. I was ready to take anything on. And the West End was perfect. And I needed a break from music because I was just totally, exhausted by the whole...
For producing your own music, you mean? It's a musical
well,
you
just
did.
being in the music industry.
Yeah. But theatre to you is something...
You know, actually, what the final straw was, I did a solo tour of Canada, which was brilliant. I absolutely loved it, but I'd been working as a solo artist since, well, I've been working with the Spice Girls since '93. We came out '96, straight into the solo career, blah, blah, blah. And then I did the Spice reunion, and then I did my tour of Canada, and then I was just over.
Why did Canada do it for you? Why? What is it about Canada?
I love Canada. I adore Canada.
Right. A bit chilly, a bit cold in the winter.
It was just unfortunate that it came at that point, because it was just like, yeah, I need a break.
Why, did playing Canada feel like, this is the bottom, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here in Winnipeg, what the fuck? Why are they all...
No, do you know what? It was wonderful. No, I'd already planned to have some time off and to try and start a family, but that was just the last thing.
Right, so Canada was the bullet. You have 11 tattoos, is that correct?
I think so, yeah,
right.
At the last count.
And you're going to get more?
No.
It's
enough. A really stupid thing to do to
Why?
Because you change,
yeah.
don't you? It's so permanent.
Yes. They're sexy, they're hot, though.
Yeah, you think so?
What's going on the wrist? What's that say?
This one says love, and this one says happiness.
Of course they do. Wow. And what another thing? Come on, another reunion tour. Come on.
Well, here's the question. The question is the Spice Girls musical. Now, what's going on? There's buzz online. People are talking about it. In fact, someone's writing it, apparently. There's a name attached to it, isn't there?
Yes, Jennifer Saunders.
Jennifer Saunders,
yes.
Exactly.
She's writing.
Yes. So when can we expect to see that?
We're hoping that the show's ready for 2012, yeah.
It's 14 of Spice Girls songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Jennifer's writing it. And is it sort of based on the growth of the band, about how you...
it's nothing to do with the Spice Girls.
All right.
I feel that, we've had a relationship with Jennifer for a long time. We worked together. She was in the movie,
right.
And we did a comic relief single together. So, we've known her for a long time. She's known us. She knows the chemistry and, what goes on between us girls. So, we feel like that's inspired the piece, and maybe some of the characters are inspired by us, or,
right.
Sides of us. But apart from that, it's a fictional story.
That sounds great. Are you excited?
Yeah, so fucking excited. The thing I'm most excited about is our songs. Hopefully, if it's successful, and if it plays here in London and goes international, which would be great, because we had fans, and we hopefully still do, over in Europe and
right.
Southeast Asia and America, Canada, everywhere. South America, don't miss anyone out because you feel left out. If it went international, our songs hopefully will be performed nightly for hopefully years to come.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
They already are in gay bars around the world. But here's just a question. I turn to you.
Yes.
Now that was a real sort of change in your career, wasn't it? I mean, that song blew up. Does everyone know I Turned to You? So that exposed you to probably a whole crowd that maybe didn't even pay attention to the Spice Girls, or sort of, that wasn't their scene. And you took your profile into a whole different place. What was that? Was that unexpected? Was that all planned? What did that feel like?
I didn't think about it, really. I'd released my solo record, and if anybody knows the album Northern Star, it's really... it's quite diverse in its styles. And my first #1 single was a track called Never Be the Same Again,
yes.
which the late and great Lisa Left Eye Lopez rapped in that song. And I never thought in a million years that I'd have a rap on my album. You know, I love many styles of music, but rap, really, I like some rap, but it's not something I thought that I'd do. I don't actually rap. But yeah, I Turned to You, it was the next single. It was quite different on the album, and we had some remixes done. Hex Hector sent a mix, and it was just incredible, and then we were like, that is the single, and you know, that's
I mean, I was just, where was I just? Somewhere. Where were we? I was somewhere. Oh, Sicily! At some crappy club south of the island somewhere. And I'm in a bar, and that song comes on, and the Queens go wild! And I'm like, I try to tell them, just, you know, because they're hot Italians, I'm going to interview her soon, but they didn't care about me. And they were bouncing around and jumping. That must be great when you know that that's happening pretty much every night around the world, too. That's what you mean about the musical, don't you?
Yeah, oh, it's fantastic. You know, it's lovely when you hear songs, because, you know, at this time in my career now, you know, I haven't had huge success in the UK for quite some time. So to hear things on the radio is really,
of
really
course.
nice.
But you're still so young. You have decades ahead of you that we're...
Yeah, I hope so. I was doing a show last night. So
You have many comebacks to come.
Yeah.
You have comeback, and then another comeback, and then a breakdown, and another comeback. I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Robbie Williams, good lover?
You know, what I have to say about that is, it was over a decade ago.
I know, that's why you've got a vision.
It was
of
over
now,
a decade ago. He's married. My boyfriend's sitting over there, and he's 6'4".
Hot.
Yeah. So
I only ask you this common knowledge. You read about this stuff online, and I thought you might want to clear it up for everybody while we're here.
It was such a long time ago. It was really nothing to write home about.
Really? All right. Nice to know. Well, good. Perfectly put. Because he puts himself out there. It's like this great, you know, man about town. I didn't have a baby.
Is
blah,
he
blah,
gay?
blah. I don't know, but I would totally let him suck my cock if you wanted to, if he had the time. But
Maybe he'd be better at that.
Yeah, later.
Question answered.
I'm so fucked.
I'm so glad this is the only show we're recording too. That's really cool. No, but I guess why I bring that up, and especially in front of your one of your obviously very strong fan bases, is your whole personal life, not your whole life, but pretty much a lot of your personal life has been lived in front of, right? Your evolutionary process as a woman and as an artist has been lived in front of the public. And do you think that partially part of the reason you wanted to get away from the Spice Girls also is because you wanted to sort of retract from that and kind of have your own life for a while?
Yeah, you know what, it's really weird, because when I was a kid, you know, from a very young age, I always said, I want to be famous. I practiced my autograph and all those things, and then it happened, and I was like, whoa, I'm not quite sure about this. And yeah, I had a huge battle in my mind about exactly what I wanted, and you know, I came to the conclusion that I love what I do, and I want to be really good at it, and I want to be successful, but I don't want to be this huge celebrity and on the cover of all these magazines and people knowing the ins and outs of everything.
Whereas that's all Posh did, right? She just kind of ripped the top off her life and turned the box over and said, look at us,
you know,
forever now.
Everybody does things in different ways,
yeah.
And, you know, goes around different ways to achieve the end goal. You know, Victoria is an incredible woman. She, you know, she has a wonderful family. She has a great business. She has now been accepted in the fashion world, yeah. Which, I mean, hey,
was a battle.
From being
in
a pop band to you know being respected in the fashion world is amazing. So I've got nothing but respect for Victoria.
Do you miss? You haven't seen the girls in a few years now, or have you, since your last tour?
No, we see each other. We meet up occasionally.
You do like go to lunch and stuff? Yeah. Like Chardonnay and Caesar salad?
No, we do dinners sometimes.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think
at someone's house or the restaurant?
But it depends.
Really?
It depends, yeah.
Like I could be walking by a restaurant, look in and see the five of you. They're just giggling away and stuff.
Yeah.
You should come down here on a Sunday.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be great for you. So you get together socially every once in a while,
Yeah.
right? But really, no talk about another tour. Nothing chatty about that.
Oh yeah, of course we do. You know, we talk about wanting to do things. You know, we've planned a stadium tour when we're pissed, and then we've got sobered up and gone, nah. You know.
Because you did 47 dates before, and that's a lot of stadium dates, isn't it? 47 is a huge tour.
I think that was it? No, it was arena. It was an arena tour.
Well,
but we did 17 nights at the O2, which is
huge. Yeah, a big responsibility. Yeah. And you don't miss that buzz of being in front of. I mean, how many people was the O2? How many people was it?
20,000. Am I exaggerating? Oh, there you go.
And are you ever sitting at home?
It's like Google, isn't it?
Yeah, incredibly creepy. But are you ever sitting home with Scarlett? Scarlett running around like crying and screaming and you know.
She doesn't run around and crying.
And you think, what the fuck? I could be in front of 26,000 people right now drinking free Guinness and snorting coke up the back of a backup singer's back if I wanted to.
I would rather be with my little girl running around screaming.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you gonna have another child, do you think?
I'd like to, yeah.
Really?
Mm.
And how's your hip? Good?
My hip's fine.
All right.
My knee.
Your knee, I read about your knee. I knew about the knee, and then I read about the hip. The hip's okay. There's a storyline about your hip. I have knee issues. I had knee issues as well. I remember reading years ago about your knee.
It's a very complex joint.
It is a very complex. Beautifully put, doctor. And if you're but you still do a backflip with that knee.
I actually haven't done a backflip since the space tour.
Well, guess what?
I know. Just enough space on the table, like wannabe. But I will do it again.
She's not drinking that Guinness. It could be laced. You're crazy.
My dear, stop trying to get Mel C drunk.
Melanie's not drinking Guinness this evening. She's drinking water.
I've got to keep my head straight for this.
Yeah. She's not a rapist yet, but who knows? Now the audience is heckling one another. We have a guest here right now. Melanie's working. Anyway, so your future plans. What's coming up? What's the big thing?
Well, I am working on a new album.
That you're producing with your label.
Yeah, and I'm just, you know, it's kind of, I say it's early days, but I think I'm about 20 songs in.
20 songs?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I've written about 20 songs.
But meaning how many will you use?
I haven't decided yet.
A double record set or a double album?
No, you know, this album's got to be the best album of my career, so I'm just going to take my time and make sure that the songs are all great.
When you say it's got to be the best, what does that mean to you? Does that mean you're going to break new ground, or are you going to give people what you think they want, or both?
No, I think trying to give people what you think they want is very dangerous.
Right. Although ask Kylie Minogue about that, because she tried to break ground and her album didn't sell at all.
Yeah.
And she went back.
Yeah, it works for some people.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be quite a miserable existence.
You've got to move forward.
Yeah, you know, you've got to make an album that you think is the dog's bollocks, because basically you're going to be, hopefully, on stage singing it every night.
That's the thing, you've got to think that you've got to tour this thing, right? So you're going to love it, you're going to love it to death. And who are you working with?
I'm working with lots of the same writers I've worked with before. I mean, I don't know if people, you know, would know names.
They'll all know.
Specific names. Peter Matesi, Adam Argyle. I'm going to work with Greg, my guitarist, again. We're going to do some stuff together. I've been working with James Walsh, who was a lead singer from Star Sailor, he's brilliant. Who else? Yeah, lots of people. I worked with Biff, who did a lot of the Spice Girls, early stuff. I'm just going out there being adventurous and doing lots of different styles, rock, dance, some more acoustic stuff.
Do the Spice Girls think that you're crazy because they're at home just rich as sin, thinking I'm not working anymore, and you're out there busting your skin
I'm
ass
so
into your
poor.
records.
I've spent all my money making
I
records.
know.
Buys them.
It's all I know. You sold 10 million records as a solo performer, but you're still hungry for work. Are they thinking?
Thank you. You know, I just love what I do. I love performing. I love making music. And, you know, without it in my life, I just don't think my life would be complete.
What about Dancing with the Stars? Have they asked you to do that?
I've been asked to do Strictly about 15 times. It's not been that long, but